Well, hey, Beth. Listen, today we're going to be doing another segment on This Is Messy, honey. Now, it's a little different, okay? These are tweets from social media. So, shout out to Six Brown Chicks. Now, I will say this. These are tweets from social media. These are not text messages, okay? But we will be getting into it. So, let's do that. All right, y'all. So let's hop into it. So I have about 6 different tweets, right? So shout out to Six Brown Chicks Chat over there on Twitter, because sometimes they'll put these questions up, these weird, awkward questions. And girl, when I tell you it be threads of comments, it be hilarious. So I brought these questions over here to us for us to chit chat about, talk about, and help out and give a little advice, honey. I'm gonna give my little bit of advice, but I want to hear y'all thoughts, okay? Down in them comments. All right. So let's go ahead and start off with the first question. Okay. It says, a while ago, my man's wife came home and I jumped from the window. Wait a minute. School. My man's wife came home and let me tell y'all, I like when you guys get my natural reaction to stuff, because I haven't read this. Okay. I haven't read through all of the, I just saw a series of questions. I was like, let's do it. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't even, my man's wife came home and I jumped out the window and landed on the car. Girl, this starting off wrong already, honey. A while ago, my man's wife came home. I jumped from the window and landed on a car. Cam footage went viral. Girl, what can I'm gonna have to search this? I'm gonna have to research this, baby. I hurt my back legs. I hurt my back and legs. More bills. He has not helped me and did not leave her as he promised. And he's cheating on me with someone else. Advice. Bitch, what the fuck? Girl. Ma'am, it's the fact that you sat up here and wrote this out and didn't think that it sounded dumb as hell as you typed it. And then you have the audacity to come to the Americans and ask us what our advice is for you. You should really read this again as though it's somebody else's tweet. Like, read it as though it's not even the tweet that you wrote, and come up with your own conclusion on that, ma'am. Because you sound dumb as hell. The fact that you had to jump out the window. No, ma'am, you really should have started at the man had a wife, but you didn't want to start at the man had a wife, girl. You didn't want to start at the man had a wife, honey. Okay, so you went so far as to keep messing with the man that had a wife, and when she came home, you chose to jump out the window, which happened to land you on top of a car. Why could he not hide you in a closet or under the bed or somewhere else? Why he ain't have a better getaway plan for you? Why he just ain't risk it all to get caught for you, girl? These are questions you should be asking yourself. He allowed you to jump out of a damn window onto a car with the cam footage, and then you hurt your back and your legs, and this man ain't even help, girl. He couldn't even help you find a good hiding place in their house. He let you jump out their house. Help her. Security. Help her. And you got the audacity talking about some he cheating, girl. We wouldn't even be in a relationship, girl. It would be nothing. Why is you still dealing with this man? He hasn't helped you. He hasn't left her, girl. You done hurt your back and your legs, my neck and my back, and you sitting over here dealing with this man while he's still married to somebody else, hasn't pitched up, hasn't helped out with your bills, medical bills, or anything like he promised he would. Or at least he hasn't leave, because I guess he didn't promise that he'll help with the bills, but he promised you that he was going to leave her, and he didn't. Girl, you should have known that from the moment that you got ready to jump from the roof. Girl, he couldn't even find you no good hiding spot in the house. And then he got the audacity to cheat on you with somebody else. Well, girl, that should be expected, because wherever there's one, there's probably two. Hello? Which then makes them three. So you know damn well that's a crowd. Girl, get it together. Honey, y'all hop down in them comments and help this woman out with this advice. This woman that done jumped from the video, jumped from the window. But if you got the video, please send it to me, because your girl want to see it. Send it to me, baby. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get on to the next question, because that right there was messy and it was foolish. Let's get to the next one. All right. The next one says, I hired a female contractor to build an addition to my home. I slept with her. Yeah, she probably built something else in that damn home. Probably put a camera in there too. I slept with her. Then she did shoddy work. So I fired her. Not you smashing the girl, then turn around and fire the girl as well. Well, you know that's how she eat, by working for you. And if you felt as though she did terrible work, why you couldn't have a conversation? You had a conversation with her when you wanted to smash and dash. Because that was what you really did. You were smashing and dashing on her, telling her she did shoddy work. You just really didn't want her in your house no more. Ain't that what it is, sir? You didn't want her in your house no more, so you decided to go ahead and fire her so she ain't had no reason to come back around there. Girl, y'all men do strange things for a piece of a cootie twat, honey. He says, I was with my fiance. I'm so tired of people. Like, why the fuck? Why do y'all be going out here getting married, bro? Why do y'all be going out here getting engaged, bro, when you know that ain't what you want? But deep down inside, it really be you being afraid of being lonely. I'm so sick of being lonely. That's so funny because that's that song from that dude from Put a Ring on It. Good night. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, why are y'all doing this if you don't want to be with somebody? If you don't want to love me, don't want to hug me. Like, leave these people alone. So you can just fuck out here on whoever you want to, out here wasting the good people's time. I was with my fiance when she busted through the wall, like... like the Kool-Aid man, and told my fiance everything, and I would have bust through the mother. I would have bust through them motherfucking walls too, like the Kool-Aid man, period. And told the fiance what was gonna go on. Because see, it's one thing to smash you, but you looked around and messed up my check. Well, really, she technically messed it up too, because ma'am, you knew that you were there working and you should have kept it strictly business. Okay, but you went from strictly business to strictly dickly or whatever you were over there doing, ma'am. And you can't mix business and pleasure all of the time. Maybe sometimes, not all the time, girl. You should have did this, especially knowing that man had a fiance. At least I hope you knew he had a fiance. But girl, tell me she bust through the walls like the Kool-Aid man and told my fiance everything. How to get my fiance back. Help. So we're not going to help you, baby. We're not going to help you over here. Y'all leave y'all comments down. I don't know what advice for y'all that y'all got for question number 2, but please leave it down here. But we're not. We're not going to help you, sir. You messed that up. Yeah, deal with it. Live with that, baby. I wasn't trying to help him get nothing back. You just sat up here and cheated on this lady. And then see, you did a lot of stuff wrong for me, sir. You sat up there and you knew you had a fiance and you cheated on her. But in addition to that, you fired this lady when you noticed how she get her money and that's how she eat. And then you want to blame it on the fact that she did terrible work. When in actuality, it was the fact that you smashed her. Like, you are so wrong and out of line of how you played both of these ladies. And you took pretty much, I want to say, food out of the other one's mouth by firing her. I don't like that. And ma'am, because of this situation, you need to be a bit more careful yourself. I'd let this be the last time you to mix some business with some pleasure, because it ain't looking good, girl. Let's go to the next one. What else we got? All right. Q3 says, my boss, we're stylists, shamed me for burning a client's ear. So I took her, ma'am. When I read this, y'all, let me tell y'all what was going through my head. If you watch Real Housewives of Potomac, when Mia sat up there and told Giselle, you did, and Giselle tapped on the table like, Mia, we're not gonna do that. Like, that's what I'm hearing in my head. Like, ma'am, we're not gonna sit up here and take the lady man because you sat up there and burnt somebody's ear and she shamed you. Why would you do that? Girl, that means you have some other psychological trauma and things going on within you, dear. Okay, let me find out a burn of an ear can turn around and take you, have you stealing her man. You better be careful that you don't get burnt between your legs, girl. You need to be real careful with that, honey. Over there taking somebody man because they sat up there and called you out for burning your client's ear. Your client should have made you feel even more guilty. Ooh, let me keep going on. She told us I brought him lunch daily. He cuts hair with us. Ooh, girl, that's more messy. Cause the shop tea be so messy when people be in there messing around with each other, girl. I'm talking about Instagram. I used to hear little stuff when I was a kid, honey. Cause my mom used to work in the shop, so you know what I'm saying. I used to be around there sweeping up the hair and stuff off the floor, but I used to be hearing the stuff that was going on because you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on. She said he cuts hair with us. Okay, she brought him lunch daily, blowjobs when we work late, etc. I found out they broke up last year and she don't care. So I dumped him. He's gross and stalking me now. Advice. I ain't got no advice for you, ma'am. Look, ain't nobody up here getting no advice from me today. Y'all gonna have to tell me what y'all think. But I'm sitting up here like, girl, advice is next time don't do that, SHI. Leave the shop, go find you another shop. I mean, if he's stalking you, girl, file a restraining order. But that's what you get. The girl never cared. Ain't that something? Imagine you doing something trying to get back at her and she don't give the whole time. Girl, embarrassing. Y'all gotta be careful out here in these streets, honey. Girl never gave a damn. You out here, girl, send your cootie twat out. Send it out for somebody else, man, all because this started with the burn of an ear. Girl. What? Girl, let me scoot over, y'all. Leave y'all thoughts and comments down below for question number 3, honey. Let me get to number 4 because y'all foolish here. Girl, foolish. All right. Number 4 says, I have a medium / spiritual guide, and she helps me a lot. I paid her $1,000 to cast a love spell to bring my ex back. Danny Lay. Is this you? Is this you? I'm just saying, because that what the kids were saying that you had. Okay, so that's right. Well, he had put Get Out on his story. Oh, okay, well, Mimi has. Okay, so Mimi lying. But you got a song that talk about love spells and stuff, so was that not? Oh, it was just a song, though? So you sure these messages ain't you? You ain't paying nobody $1,000 to get your ex back, and then your ex turned around and embarrassed you on social media? Oh, okay. I had to ask, girl. Okay, let's keep going. So she said he returned after 4 years apart, but now he's an abusive alcoholic and impotent. Now, listen, we don't know nothing about the alcoholic part, but ma'am, are you sure this ain't you? Oh, okay then, girl. She goes on to say, I can't afford another spell. Girl, not you spending $1,000 to get somebody to love on you. Girl, let me say, girl, get somebody to fall in love with you and somebody to love you, girl, is free. Okay, now you may have to put in some time, energy, honey. All right, a bit of feelings over there. You can make your own spell like that. Okay, put some time, energy, put a little bit of feelings up in there, honey. Put a little bit of intimacy, some little physicalness. Like, girl, you probably could do your own little thing. Okay, you ain't have to go and pay this lady no $1,000. Girl, finding love is free out here in these streets, to be honest with you. But I guess, honey, let's keep going. Tell me I can't afford another spell. Best advice to get rid of him. Girl, not you trying to get rid of him after. Girl, you should have been more careful than that. You should have been more careful than that. I don't think you should get no more spells, but maybe you should, do your affirmations. And maybe you should just pray. Right? You should pray. I remember I had like a terrible relationship that I was in. I was in a relationship for like 7 years. It wasn't always terrible, but it progressed to being terrible. And I had to pray my way out of that. I was like, God, I can't get myself out of this. You're going to have to do that. And when I tell you he did it, he did it. And I didn't really like the way that he went about doing it. So you have to be very specific when you're praying your prayers, okay? And that's where you messed up with your love spell, right? I don't know a whole lot about that love spell life. I'm not necessarily interested in that. But you just asked her to bring him back. You didn't ask her to bring him back in a certain fashion, and then what you get? An abusive alcoholic and impotent, whatever that is. But yeah, you got back a man that's trash. You should have been a bit more specific in your spell, but next time try prayer. Maybe that'll work, right? Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below for that advice, the best advice you can give to question number 4, because this is foolishness. Girl paid $1,000, so I ain't got another for a spell. Girl, you don't need a spell to get the hell on from him. But just do a little bit of prayer. Start making your plans, girl, so you can escape. Anyway, let me go to the next one. Let me get to Q5, honey. Question 5. They're saying that we dated for 5 years, no kids. He has no job. I have 2. I told him I wanted to get married or I'm leaving. Girl, so who was going to get the ring? Who was going to buy the ring, ma'am? If he ain't got no job, Who is going to buy a ring? So when you say you want to get married, that means it's going to have to be an engagement. So how soon are you talking? And does he have a plan on trying to go and find a job? I mean, does he not have a regular job because he's trying to be an entrepreneur or something like that? Like, what's going on with that? And were you so anxious to be married that you were willing to get your own ring? Like, how is that going to work? Let's keep going. She says he got on bended knee, held my hand, and said, I need a more successful BIT by my side. I'm not built for poverty. He's moving out. I love him. Hold up, what? You know he not paying the rent. Like, what did she say? He got on bended knee, held my hand, and said, I need a more successful BIT by my side. I'm not built for poverty. Sir, you're already in poverty. You don't even have a job. And you've been with her for 5 years. Now, how many of the years out of the 5 did you not have a job, sir? Girl, let this man move out. And let me tell you, if he's moving out, that means, and for him to get down on his knee and say that means he already got somebody else that's willing to take him in his brokenness. So I would let her have him. Please. And I also would say, don't be mad either if you let her have him, or not if, but when you let her have him or let him go by his business. And it seems like when he gets with that new girl, he's doing better and he's doing everything with her than what he did with you. You know, it could be that she brought something different out of him, but then it also could be that he just never wanted to do that for you, because you sound like the type dealing with him being a guy that ain't got no job and stuff. He probably was getting everything that he wanted from you. So it was like, what's the point in wifing you? What's the point in doing anything outside of that? So you were always the person he probably felt like was a fallback plan, somebody he'll always have there available to him. And so I just feel like, girl, it ain't no help. It's let go. Some damn, hey, he moving out. Like, girl, what you mean he moving out? So it's like, I love him. Now you saying I love him, but you also gave an ultimatum. So you got to learn to stand on the standards that you set for yourself. Okay? Or whatever the ultimatums you're giving, you got to be able to stand on that. See, when you bring something to a person, you got to be comfortable. If you ask a question, you got to be okay with whether it's yes or it's no. So then when you bring this to the table and you giving them options, you got to be okay with whatever option they give you. Either yes, they're going to get married, or you going to leave. Okay? And he just played you and said, no, I'm not going to marry you, and I'll do you one better. I'm going to leave. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of got what you wanted, right? You ain't got to uproot your life and move. Let him move all his stuff out. But he gave you your answer. He's not trying to marry you. And then you want to sit up here talking about I love him. It's okay to love somebody and love somebody from over there. Girl, I promise you time will heal. So y'all leave y'all thoughts about that girl. Don't be sitting up here, honey. No, ma'am. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay. Q6 says, my man went back to his ex. He don't realize his mistake, so I remind him of us. I have keys, so I spray perfume on his pillows. I put a tracker on his car and bump into him when he's out. I send nudes, our couple pics 2 times a day. He doesn't respond. What else should I do? Girl, you should go to jail. What the fuck? You should go to jail, ma'am. Ma'am, knock, knock, who's there? You. Knock, knock, who's there? The police. They're on the other side of the door as well. Girl, you need to go to jail. All right? Sitting up here harassed. Girl, this is harassment. This is stalking as well. You just admitted that you bumped into this man. You better be glad your name wasn't up here. Because, girl, you will be clank, clank, lockety, lockety up. I can't. I put a tracker on his car. Why do you need to go that far? This man made his decision. And his decision was not to be with you. Oh, this is messy. His decision was not to be with you, but to be with the other girl. Now, time will reveal and show if he's made a mistake. But you're making a mistake right now by going after a person that doesn't want you. And the saying always goes like, don't let a man tell you more than one time that he don't want you. So he told you one time that he didn't want you when he left to go to the ex. And then now here it is, you sending him all these reminders and doing the most. He ain't even responding. That's another sign that he don't want you. Girl, how many more do you need? Help her. Security, help her. What is going on? I cannot take it. Tell me something. What else should I do? You should do nothing else, ma'am. Ma'am, you should do nothing else, because the next step is going to be you being locked up. Okay. And I hate it because you're probably going to be figuring out a way of how to stalk him from being inside the cell too, girl. Probably sending him letters and everything. You probably got his mama number, auntie number, grandmama number, know what day this family member died, exactly where they buried that. Girl, you got too much going on. All right, go find yourself. But that's all I got, honey. I got to hear y'all thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie. That's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.